You're listening to Sunglasses, a podcast where we get to see life through God's lenses as His children. I'm your host, Samuel, and together we'll uncover how God's presence shines through life's tiniest details. So, let's take off the shades, put on our sunglasses, and see what our Father is revealing in today's episode.
Yo, it's your boy Samuel, and first off, thank you for tuning in. Honestly, it means a lot that you're choosing to spend the next few minutes with me. I promise you, it's going to be worth it, and you will love it. So since my very first episode, quite a big deal for me, honestly, and in the spirit of accountability, let me tell you about how this podcast is going to go. Each episode starts with a story, sometimes mine, sometimes someone else's. Basically because stories connect us and remind us we're not alone in this walk of faith. But here's the best part. We will all end putting on our sunglasses. That means taking a moment to shift our perspective, to stop seeing life through our limited lenses and start seeing life through God's eyes. Because when we do, everything changes. So if you're ready, I'm more than ready. Let's get into today's gist. Today's gist takes us back to December 2024. During the RCCG Holy Ghost Congress, I had the privilege of organizing a novelty football match as the head of the Pastor Sid's family sports department, and it was quite a big deal for me and for my team as well. It was supposed to be a match between the Pastor Sid's family operations team, where I belonged to, and the national reps, the Pastor Sid's family national reps, and the game was quite intense. In all honesty, we probably should even have lost even before the final whistle, but now ball no dey lie. Ball they always picking winner. And so after the full-time whistle, didn't go, let's draw 0-0, and that meant we're going to penalties. So each team had to choose their own penalty taker. My team was going to choose penalty takers, and they no actually really rate me, but anyways, they were not complete yet, so I decided to volunteer to take. The instruction that they gave everybody that would take a penalty was: number 1, don't panic; number 2, pick your spot; number 3, fire your shot to your spot and don't change your mind; and number 4, you got this. And I've taken penalties before in my life. I've never missed anyone that I've taken in a competition. And for some reasons, this one just felt different. I was going to be taken in front of the largest crowd I've ever faced, the biggest post I've ever taken, the penalty at, and amongst people who I think I should have, a little more status. And so in that moment, fear started whispering to me. Let's just say my head started saying, what if you actually miss? What's going to happen? And regardless, I just stepped up and took my shot, and I missed it. And the ball, it just was one very slow ball like that. It was like I don't even understand whatever happened in that moment. But Coco was, I missed the shot, or I missed the keeper caught it, and I just started playing the headlines in my head. The Sports HOD has missed the penalty in a competition that is even unorganized. And everybody's like, oh, don't worry, it's fine, you have done well, don't worry about it. But in my head, I'm like, if we eventually lose this one, me and I go come first. You say me now miss penalty, that's why we lost. So I'm like, how am I going to face all these people and everything? But God's so good. My team came through. We eventually won the shootout, and all I could do was eventually laugh about it. And what I could also be proud of was the fact that at least I was able to do something that I would normally not do: take a penalty in front of that amount of crowd, because I've once had the opportunity and I ran away from it. A lesson was learned in that moment: the fact that fear doesn't define the outcome, it's faith that does. Remember, they told me, don't panic, pick your spot, take your shot, you got this. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. It's possible that we have been in similar situations, maybe not on a football field, but in life. God is calling you to take a leap of faith, to leave your comfort zone, or to trust Him with something that feels way bigger than you. And fear is very loud, isn't it? It makes you question everything. What if I mess up? What if I'm not good enough? What will people think? But here's the point: God doesn't call you because you are perfect. or because you have it all together. He calls you because he wants you to trust him. Isaiah 41 verse 10 says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and I will help you." And you see, it's not motivational talk. It's not make I talk am, make the gara small, make they proud, make they repeat them after me. It's not to make your ego rise and then fall. It's a promise that I will be with you. I am your God. I will strengthen you and I will help you. And it always reminds me of song Oceans, second stanza that talks about your grace abounds in deepest waters. Your sovereign hand will be my guide. Where feet may fail and when fears surround me, you never fail and you won't start now. And chorus says, I will call upon your name. Keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I am yours, and you are mine. Basically, I am yours, I'm his, and he is mine. You understand? So he's literally telling you, I'm your God. Do you take me as yours as well? I see you as mine. Do you take me as yours? Or do you take me? Yes, you are mine. Do you take me as yours? So, somebody who was once in this ocean situation was Peter. He wasn't fearless when he stepped out of the boat. In fact, he doubted, stumbled, even started to sink. Jesus had to ask him, but why do you doubt me? But what made the difference was his willingness to trust Jesus enough to step out of the boat and walk on water. Until today, he's the only one born of a woman aside Jesus Christ that has ever walked on water. And that's what faith looks like. It's not about having everything figured out. It's about taking the step and trusting God to carry you the rest of the way. And so you see, fear has a way of triggering a natural response in all of us. It's called the fight, the flight, or freeze responses. And see it in the Bible as well. Jonah was that guy who took flight in the opposite direction of God's call. God says go to Nineveh. He got on a boat going to Tarshish because he didn't want to go to Nineveh. And so God had to reroute him. That cannot escape this one. You see Moses as well. He argued with God. God says, I've seen the cry of my people. You will be their deliverer. Go and do this and that. Moses 3 times in about 2 chapters told God that I am a poor speaker and somebody else. God even got angry at the point. He's like, it's not me that can open deaf mouths. It's not me that can do this and do that. How come you cannot even trust me enough? And I said, okay, I'll send it on. Moses. But that was just him fighting against God's plan. That was him just rebuffing it. Even after he had seen the miracles. And then you have the servant in Matthew 25 who buried his talent out of fear. That's literally the freeze response. Whatever I was scared of, I don't even know. But he just buried his talent. Told his master, you like to reap where you did not sow, and so on and so forth. And to me, I froze. I decided to freeze your account too. I decided to freeze the talent you gave to me and not use it. But in every one of these stories, see how God showed up. For Jonah, he still eventually got him to Nineveh and made sure that the gospel got to the people of Nineveh. For Moses, God equipped him to lead. Moses' one was even so unique because God had told him, I'll go with you. I'll be with you. My presence will not leave you, and so on and so forth. And then the time came later where the children of Israel were supposed to move. I think Exodus 33 or so. And God says, I'll send angels to go with you. And so on and so forth. See, people have seen too much. I cannot condone all these things. And then Moses goes and says, God, I plead with you. I beg you, sir. If you don't go with us, we're moving to nowhere. And because he understood eventually the importance of God's presence. And so even the story of the servant teaches us the importance of obedience and trust in God. And so we see that it's God's presence that is basically the game changer. It's God's presence for Jonah. God's presence did not leave him, ensured that he got to Nineveh and the gospel got to them. God's presence for Moses was his defining moment, was what his life was defined by. And then even the servant, when the king came back, for the other two, they got a reward in the presence of the master. For the one who was the wicked one, he got his reward too. It was just a negative reward. So basically, God's presence is the game changer. Is what gives us the courage to step out even when we are shaking inside, and it's His presence that equips us to do what we never thought possible. And so let's pause for a moment and put on our sunglasses. What happens when we stop looking at fear through our human eyes and start seeing it through God's perspective? With our sunglasses on, fear doesn't control the narrative anymore. We stop asking, what if I fail? And start asking, what might God do through me if I trust Him? We see obstacles as opportunities for God to show His power, and we see ourselves differently, not as people limited by fear, but as His children, fully equipped for every good work. I think that emphasizes even the point of sunglasses, SON, as His children looking through His lenses, and so we see that we're fully equipped for every good work. So basically, what is God asking you to do today? Where is He calling you to trust Him? And what step of faith is He inviting you to take? Put on your sunglasses, because through God's lenses, you will see that fear doesn't stand a chance when faith steps in. Fear may be telling you to freeze, to flee, or to fight, but faith invites you to take the step. God is already on the water, waiting for you to leave the safety of the boat and trust Him with the unknown. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to be willing. Fear may show up at the starting line, but faith is what gets you to the finish line. So take the step, take the shot. Your journey definitely has to start now.
Thank you for tuning in to Sunglasses. If this episode blessed you, please share it with a friend, leave a review, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a moment and other people can discover this too. Follow the podcast on Instagram at SunglassesBar to stay connected and explore how we can keep spotting God in life's tiniest details. Until next time, keep your sunglasses on, and remember, when you see through God's lenses, everything starts to make sense. See you soon.